Thomas Cook may have ditched the railways for the plane, but for generations of Interrailers, the train was the only way to travel. With all the times tucked into your backpack, a whole continent was your oyster. These guides have come out for 140 years, breaking only for World War II. You can find interesting routes that only run on certain days and avoid missing that last connection. The hardest part is deciding where to go. Take Estonia. In the old Soviet era, the train was the preferred means of transport, and you can still get direct services to Moscow and St. Petersburg, but the only other Baltic country you can visit direct is Latvia. But there is a lot to see from these new trains. Keeping bang up to date with routes and times from every corner of Europe is a task best suited to true rail enthusiasts who gain satisfaction from enabling people to find and plan journeys like this from their armchairs. Compiler John Potter was so upset at the potential loss of the timetable, he spent redundancy cash and remortgaged his house so as to continue his life's work.
This book has 50,000 train journeys in it, and each 2 pages takes 1 day to compile. And with 576 pages in it, that's why it's taken us 3 months to finish it off. And in each figure here is compiled by hand. Every single number on this page and in the book is compiled by hand.
Hi, Mark.
One man who's pleased to see the timetables back is Mark Smith, a one-time senior rail manager who runs a website for people who want to use trains to get where they're going.
Well, the internet's great, but doing repeated specific inquiries online is sometimes like looking at a large-scale map down the wrong end of a telescope. It's much easier and much nicer to see it all laid out for you in printed form in a book like this. Well, let's take a train like the Paris to Moscow Express. It runs 3 times a week in winter, 5 times a week in summer. If you inquired online and picked the wrong day for your inquiry, you might not find it at all, but it's easy to find in here.
Finding times and connections on the move can be tricky, and data roaming is very expensive. So for those yearning for the old romance of European train travel, an old-fashioned timetable could be the answer. Nigel Cassidy, BBC News.